We're at the National Gallery of Art looking at this thought-provoking painting, completed during the Baroque period by Seville's most prolific artist, Bartolomé Murillo. It is a genre painting that depicts two women looking out a window at something that is mildly amusing. What I find most interesting is the way the window divides the world of the painting and our world. The frame of the window represents the hardships and tribulations that women must face. The woman standing next to the young girl is assumed to be the nanny to her. The nanny grasps the window shutter, which breaks into our space and represents her acceptance of life's woes. She even laughs at these limitations. She is covering her laugh with her headscarf, which was seen as the proper manner to laugh in the Baroque period. The younger girl, leaning over the windowsill, sits in content amusement. She is detached from the darkness behind her. She is engrossed in what she's observing without a care for her other surroundings, as if she knows the nanny is there to keep her safe. The nanny watches the girl daydream with amusement, not mocking the girl, but caring way that lets us know she cares for the girl.
Another interesting aspect of the work is the lighting and color choice. The young girl is highlighted by a sunbeam from above the frame and has a brighter color palette than the muted tones that surround her. These contrast against the stark black background, which represents their separation from all else in the painted world. The artist also uses light to emphasize the age difference between the two women. Through the composition, the women seem to share a connection in the way that the nanny's elbow touches the girl's shoulder. The separation from the outside world through the frame and the black background make the moment shared by the women almost intimate, like the two of them are against the world. Why we chose this piece? We chose this piece because it stood out against the other Baroque and Renaissance paintings, because the painting didn't take itself too seriously, and it creates a sense of playfulness and open-mindedness like no other piece.
How we created this painting. To accurately recreate the image, we first needed to recreate the window frame, which serves as a separation between our world and the world of the painting. To recreate the set of the image, we need to find an adequate window frame. Unfortunately, the window in the image is made of a darker brown wood, whereas modern window frames are usually white. We ended up not using window framed, but rather a door frame in my backyard shed. We used a piece of scrap wood hoisted up by two stools to create the bottom edge of the windowsill. Because we were shooting into the shed, we needed to black out the background of the image so the interior couldn't be seen, like in the painting. We accomplished this by hanging a gray blanket in the background of the image, then adjusting the exposure settings on the phone camera to make the background appear black.
Next, we needed to recreate the dress of the two women in the painting. For Will's character, the nanny, just using a white sheet would suffice, as her dress is not in the central focus of the image, and it's mostly hidden behind the girl's body. For me, it was important to be able to show my provocative shoulders. Our solution was to go to Goodwill and select the largest white shirt we could find. We ended up buying a large white t-shirt with a Jackson Hole, Wyoming design on the back, and the shirt was oversized enough to be able to pull over both of my shoulders, even though it was definitely a bit tight.
After we took the photos, I imported them into Photoshop and I made a few changes so that it would more closely resemble the original work. Mainly what I did is just increase the saturation of the wood so it looks like a more vibrant brown, and I decreased the saturation of our skin so that it would appear more white and more like the characters in the painting. I also shifted the perspective a bit so that it would more closely resemble the original image.
This is the final product.